Okay, this is the copy wheel on the front of the Edgebander, and what happens is it'll get clogged up and it won't spin. Like right now you can see I can barely turn it with my finger. And so is what happens, material comes in, hits that, and instead of that rolling nice and smoothly, it rubs up against it and it breaks the edge on there. So here's how we fix this. Let's go to the back of the machine and I'll show you. Okay, we're on the back side of the machine here. I've got the exhaust hose off so that we can see what we're doing. We're gonna turn, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn the air off to the machine, and that allows this motor to rotate up. We loosen this unit here, we flip this off, and this will allow this motor to raise up. Don't pull it off until you do this. You're gonna grab this little linear guide right here, and it goes right here on the back. There's a bolt right here. And this linear guide goes on here, and that allows this to slide out and not let all the bearings fall on the ground. That's a bad thing. So you're gonna put that there, you're gonna tilt this up, and you're gonna carefully slide it on to that keyway, that linear guide. And we've got it all the way on there. You can pull it out. So we now have that guide right in here. The bearings aren't gonna fall out. We can set that down when you're working. Be careful not to move that. We're gonna grab, I already got this loose, but we're gonna take out these two bolts here. Like I said, I already had this loose. You're gonna need a ratchet to do it. Take the bolts out. Put them in our cup. And then we're gonna pull this out. And here's the issue. This is why it's not spinning. This is all full of junk and gunk in here. And so when it rolls over, it's too tight. And so all we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this out, make sure it's nice and clean, and then repeat the process to put it back together. Okay, when we're cleaning out, there's gonna be a bunch of junk in here, just like you can see right here. This guy right here is the scraper, and so when the wheel turns, that scrapes anything off of it that's on there. This one was really full on both sides with stuff, and so the thing you can do is gently put a screwdriver or a pick in there to open that up, and then with another one, make sure that you've cleaned out everything out of there and that we're good. We've got everything out. Okay, we've got it all cleaned out. This is about half of what was packed in there, but now it's all clean, and you can see that the bearing turns nice and easy, so that's what we want. Clean it out, got everything out of there, blew it out, wiped it down really good. You want to be careful, no metal on any of the surfaces here that might come in contact with anything. We don't want to damage it, but just make sure it's clean, and we're going to go ahead and put it back together now. While we've got it apart, let's just take a look at what we've got here and make sure that we're all clean and good to go here. Looks good. On this, there's a bunch of other bolts and fittings. Like on here, there's this one here. Don't touch any of those. Those are all adjusters. The only two that we want to touch are these two Allen wrenches right here and right here that are going to go on here. So I'm going to put it back together. It's going to go back in, just in that spot that it was at. Let's see, is that right? Okay, we're going to tighten these up. We're not going to over torque them. We're just going to get them nice and snug. There we go. Okay. Now, to put this back on, the runner has got the pin in it, and all we're going to do, we're going to tilt this up a little bit, and it's really probably a two-person job. But I'm going to slide this over, and I'm going to line that guideway back up. And then we're going to slide this gently don't force it. If it's not going, stop and take a look at it. Okay, it's slid back on. We're going to tighten our clamp back up right there. The motor came disconnected while I had it apart, so I'm going to reconnect the motor. Oops. Drop it back down to place. Put our thingamajiggy back up there, and we should be good to go.